Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's InsideAgameR and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I even put on my costume for you guys today again. I thought I'd bring the X-Plane costume back. Very quiet in the chat today. But hello to everyone that's there. Just let me bring up a couple of screens here so I can see what's going on. Hello. Okay, Adam, hey, welcome. I'm actually surprised to see you here. But, you know, always more than welcome, of course. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to do a full tutorial flight with the A320. We're not going to be going very far. I'm going to go to a place that I've never really flown before. We're going to go from Kuwait and we're going to go down to Abu Dhabi. That is the plan. Very short kind of flight here. I've already put in the flight plan. We're going to be taking departures from the LV3E and we're going to be taking the UK IL-1B 13R approach for the ILS. That is the plan. That's what we're going to be doing today. So it's a very short flight, 495 nautical miles. When we get down here, it's a bit janky, but this was the only approach that we could get into Abu Dhabi, so we're going to take it. The other ones were a lot worse. I've put the time back. It is now night time in Abu Dhabi, so I've put the flight back. So we're now during the day, and flight conditions are good. So look, let's fly. Yeah, it's very quiet in the chat. So I think there's a lot of other people streaming that usually watch this as well. Sunday evening. But hopefully someone will be there in the chat to keep me company. That'd be good. Okay, so a full tutorial of the A320. Now, obviously, some of the systems are a bit funny. I don't know where we ILS land. I'm going to show the approach for ILS, what you'd normally do. But once I notice that it's not lining up with the runway, I will be taking the ILS off and we'll probably have to manual land this bird. But here we go, we're ready to fly. We're here in Kuwait. Let's have a little look. We've got the Saudi Arabia. Okay, all these fuels, that's fine. We're in Saudi Arabia livery. There we go. It's the nearest one for this kind of area that I could find. Haddock, hello Haddock. Glad you're here for this lovely short flight. So here in Kuwait, don't know what runway we're taking off from, to be honest with you. I can't really remember. I think we're going from over there. But anyways, look, like I said, this is kind of a full tutorial, so we're going to get back into the flight deck very quickly. We want to get up in the air today, and as always, ATC is already off. We do need to get some ground power, so that is the first thing we are going to do. We're going to go look here up at the top. You can see external power is available, but that's really unrealistic. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the batteries on, and that should get us the ATC, and there we go. And let's tune into the ground. But yes, hello Haddock. Hello. Apparently we need to request fuel supply. Okay, let's request our fuel supply.
Wait ground, Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor. Could you please send a fuel truck? Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor, a fuel truck is on the road.
Okay, fuel truck is on the road. Let's go back to clearance. Can't believe we've got no other ground services here. That's the only ground service that we can have. But anyways, that's really weird. Is there no... Oh man, we're parked in like some GA fuel pumps. That's why. Why has it parked me here? We should be parked there. That's where I asked to be parked. Where are we going today? We're going to Abu Dhabi, but it's spawned me in the wrong place. We've spawned in some stupid location, not at the gate. I don't know why. I did ask for it to put me at the gate. Have a little look here. I suppose we'll probably have to go out and start it again. Okay, what we do, we'll just go to the main menu there quickly. For some reason, it has spawned me in the absolutely wrong place. So there you go, new bug in the game. Doesn't spawn you where you're asked to be spawned. So yeah, we're going from Kuwait to Abu Dhabi. Very short flight. Hopefully that flight is still in here. Of course it's not. Why would it be? Okay, let's set this as our departure. So where were we parked? Okay. And we are going to I'm tempted to go to Doha now, or even Bahrain. Bahrain's quite short. What is that? 29 minutes. That's too short. Okay, let's carry on going where we're going. Let's go to Abu Dhabi, set as arrival. Okay. I suppose we'd really want to be at a medium gate, wouldn't we? How we fly has just described. Thank you for the subscription. Where is everyone? I don't know where everyone is, mate. I really don't know. I think we should be okay with a small gate. I think we should be okay. Okay, let's get rid of that for a second. Let's change this down to a high altitude airways. And then we are going to, we could leave it direct. What runway are we taking off from here? See, no, we're not doing that. We want to go from 15L. There we go, 15L. There is our Sid. Where's our star? Let's get down here then. Patrick Singh has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you for the subscription. Thanks a lot, means a lot. Okay, we want to come into 13R. We will take the ILS because we want to show an ILS landing. We're going to see how that plans out. Now that's taking me directly in without... Realistically, we should really... There we go. It'll be kind of a thingamabob in here. Flight conditions, okay, it's nice and early. Making the weather nice. We don't want it to be too much of a pain today. Okay, so there's our flight plan. Let's try this again. Adam, hey, can you build planes in... no, we can't build planes, unfortunately. Not like you. Your plane was pretty good today on Kerbal. Okay, hopefully we're at the gate this time. Hopefully it doesn't spawn me in the wrong place. I'd be pretty damn mad if that is the case. But hopefully we'll get up in the air very soon. Like I said, I don't know what happened at the beginning there. A bit of a bug. I'm sure I had it on gate 12, so we're on gate 13 now, so we'll see what happens. Probably not. No, but I see there's some payware stuff coming out already. Some people already have the 787. Yeah. Realistically, instead of payware, I'd rather try and get some of this patched up and, you know, maybe an update or two. Try and align the ILSs a little bit better. Maybe make a few more functions on the aircraft. That'd be pretty good. Okay, we're back here now. It looks like we're on a gate this time. Kinda. No. So bloody weird, isn't it? Why is it spawning me there? I should be spawned here. So here we go. So this is a bit of a bug. This is where I'm asking to be parked, and this is where we're getting parked. Anyways, let's not worry about it too much. Okay, so let's go back to our ground power. Control on 8. Let's swing on the batteries now very quickly. We should be able to get some more ground services here this time. And we can request the power supply. I believe we have fuel. What flight gear are you using for this? Patrick Singh. I'm just using a Thrustmaster, pretty old joystick to be honest with you. I've had this, it's a bit of a trusty one. I've had this for a long time. I can't even tell you which one it is. It's a very old one. I have pre-ordered the Airbus with the throttle quadrant for September, so I will be playing with that. David Haverman, hi from Holland. Hello mate, welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, so we have power now. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn on external powers. And as you can see now, we should have the truck outside. He's loading up. Like I said, the game is pretty buggy still, unfortunately. Like, I should be there at that gate. I'm not. I don't know what's going on, but we'll just deal with what we have. Okay, let's get our baggage service in.
Kuwait ground, Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor. Could you please send the baggage? Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor baggage is on the way.
The baggage doesn't have to go too far, thank God. And we might as well just have a catering service for this short flight. He is sitting out here on the runway.
Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor. Could you please send the catering truck? Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor. The catering truck is on the road.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so what we're going to do here now is go get our clearance. We'll have a little look at this ground handling.
November 456 Sierra Victor, ready to copy IFR clearance to Abu Dhabi. Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor is cleared to Abu Dhabi Airport.
Climb, maintain 9,000.
Takeoff runway 15 left climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 125.3 squawk 0272.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put our altitude up to 9,000 feet. The flight plan is already done because we did it with the instead of using SimBrief, I've just used their own, because I've actually tried it with SimBrief and it was a little bit iffy. So we're just going to use their own flight plan, and we can check the flight plan if we really need to, but I can see it there on the screen. To check that now, we can just switch this over to our flight plan and we can zoom out a little bit here. But look, it looks okay to me. We're going to see what it does anyways. We'll see once we get out there. We'll put that back to ARC. Okay, we need to acknowledge.
Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor cleared to Abu Dhabi Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 15 left climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 125.3 squawk 0272.
Okay, perfect. So
Airbus 6 Sierra Victor readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9er when ready to taxi.
okay, we're not quite ready to taxi just yet. We will be in a minute. So normally on the Airbus now, we'd start aligning the IRS, the ideas. We'd normally do our engine suppressions, but unfortunately all this is still inoperable, which is a bit of a shame. We put on our smoking lights, but it's kind of automatically. Seatbelts are automatic here at this point. Emergency lights inoperable, but we'd flick them on here at this point. The one thing we can put on, we can throw on our strobe light. We'll throw it onto auto. We'll prepare the cabins and stuff. So look, there's a lot of controls are still not working on this. Hopefully they will be patched in. Hopefully they're not going to leave it this bare. If they leave this bare, that would be mainly because they want us to buy payware, and I'll be pretty mad. Okay, so we might as well start thinking about the APU here. So what we need to do for the APU, you can see the APU master switch. We're going to flick it to on, and we're going to wait now until this becomes available. This is going to take a couple of minutes. So we might as well start getting our taxi IFR ready.
Kuwait ground Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor with uniform ready to taxi IFR.
Can you buy the other planes, or do you have to buy Premium Deluxe Bundle? Well, look, I was very lucky. Microsoft gave me this key for free, but they only gave me the standard package. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't get hold of them, I don't think. I don't think you can buy them separately yet. I haven't checked. I haven't tried, to be honest with you. Okay, let's just acknowledge our taxi clearance.
Taxiing hold short runway 15 left via taxiway Charlie Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Nice. Okay, so ground baggage and all that is already done. Wow, that was really quick. Didn't even give me a chance. Okay, so what we can do on the FMC, there are a few little things that we can punch in still. If we go to the init page, you can see this is where we're going, which is great. We need to look at the performance here. So we are going to be doing a flaps 1. Because Airbus is always flaps 1. Airbus is always flaps 1. And we're going to flex the temperature. We're supposed to work it all out. This has got quite a long runway. But I think we'll flex the temperature 68. Let's do a flex takeoff. I don't think we need to do a toga. And we'll see how this goes. Like I said, the autopilot's a bit iffy. We can set our speed brakes at this point, I suppose. And you know what? Why don't we just throw down a notch of flaps so it's all ready. So we're ready to pretty much go here at this point. Get back up to the top here. Let's press start on the APU. So the APU starter should be coming on now. APU generator is on. We will need the APU bleed for the engines in a minute. And the other thing that we're going to need to do here are the engine pumps. We're going to want to make sure that these are all on. We're going to just turn on the crossfeed pretty much. And we're going to turn on all the pumps. So look, all the fuel pumps are open, everything is happy. APU is now available, which is great. So we can actually come off external power at this point, and we can have our APU bleed. Okay, let's go to our ground services then. Okay, we're pretty much ready to go get our pushback. There you go, the APU is on. We can hear it running. Lovely, okay. So that's basically where we're at with all this stuff. That's everything that we kind of need at this point. Let's request our pushback. And just want to see on the map.
Ground Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor requesting pushback. Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor pushback request accepted.
Simulation Nation, hello. Can you do emergencies in this game? Yes, there are some sort of emergencies and bits and pieces. Okay, so what we need to do here, APU bleed is on. So we're pretty much ready to start the engines, to be honest with you, here. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with... The game is kind of frozen here. What the hell has happened? Okay, let's go back to our normal... We're getting pushed back, and I haven't even got the engines going here. It won't let me flick on the engine starter. Interesting, guys. How am I supposed to turn on the engines? Nothing is working on my screen. What the hell is happening here? Whoa, okay, so all buttons have just stopped working. We're getting a pushback if we like it or not. Interesting. You're in your outfit again. Yeah, I put on my captain's outfit just for you guys. We're getting pushed back. Nothing is working in here. I can't turn on the engines. So this is really not good, guys. And I can't even flick any of the switches. What if I get rid of ATC? What if I get rid of that VFR map? I think that VFR map is what's killing me here. Oh my god. Yeah, this is crazy, guys. Did you push pause by any chance? No, because look, we're moving back. I didn't press anything. I literally just moved from one to the next when I requested the ATC. Let's have a look at the cameras. Okay, let's just see if it reset itself. Because the pushback's not really working because I'm not... Oh my god. I can't flick any buttons in here, guys. It would not be an inside stream without a failed start. It's not me that's failed the bloody start, though. It's this. Okay, let's just request the stop on the pushback for a second, because...
Wait ground, Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor requesting the end of pushback.
I'm requesting the end, but...
Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor request to end pushback received.
If I can't press any of the dials, we've got a problem. Oh my god. This happened to me the other day as well, but it came back. Everything is reset. So, interesting, guys. It didn't load me in the right place, and now we don't even want to let me turn on these engines. Okay, so that is not good. Basic controls, checklist, don't need any of this stuff. I need to be able to touch the screen. This is so weird. Aha, okay, we're back. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to flick the starter to on. Let's throw on engine 2. We're going to see that coming up. I'm going to request my pushback again now.
Kuwait ground, Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor requesting pushback.
Hey, hello, Captain Touchy. The game just had a mad moment, but we're okay.
Sierra Victor pushback request accepted.
It decided, well, funny enough, look, it loaded me completely away from the gate. I should be down there, but we started up here. But we're doing alright, mate. Okay, engine is coming up nicely. Pushback is happening. We'll take off the parking brake. Okay, I do need that V map up though, because I need to see. Okay, we're parked here, so we need to come out down to our runway. Lovely. And we want to be pushed to the right. That could be completely wrong.
Ground, Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the right. Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Okay, we want him to stop, and we're now going to flick on engine number 1.
Sierra Victor requesting the end of pushback.
Here we go, it's looking good. Adam, starting a plane is a lot more complex than starting a train. And actually, Adam, believe it or not, this is believe it or not, this is actually a lot easier than X-plane because half the buttons do not work. So autopilot's all set. We got our 3 dots, altitude for 9,000, which we've been cleared to by ATC. To be fair, I think we're good to go and find our runway. Once engine 1 finishes starting. How brutal. Absolutely brutal. Haddock, find the Superclass 47 on UK Train Sim. Where they're flying. Oh yeah, Adam's made flying planes. Okay. That's engine 1 pretty much started here then. Park and brake off. Let's start our taxi, guys. Let's get in the air. Try and get in the air. Very short taxi here in Kuwait. Nice and bumpy. The plane's trying to take off already by the looks of it. Oh, it'd be handy as well if we actually turned on our taxi lights and stuff. Don't really know what the plane's doing. It's really bouncing. It's really bloody strange. Okay, so while we're here, you know, all our landing lights here need to go on, taxi lights on. Runway lights on, beacon lights, wing lights, throw them all on. Here we go. That's perfect. That's what we want. Why is it so bumpy? Is it the path? I think Q8 might be a little bit bloody dodgy. Look at it. Whoa! That can't be right. Surely that's not right. I mean, what do I know? That's so weird. Can you fly in third person? No. Okay, we're going to sit here, we're going to hold short. We're going to contact our ATC again. To the tower. Okay, let's request our takeoff. And we can now turn our runway lights off and change our nose to takeoff.
Runway 15 left ready for takeoff IFR to Abu Dhabi. Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor cleared for takeoff runway 15 left.
Okay, so we
for takeoff runway 15 left Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor.
Okay, so we've been cleared for takeoff. We're going to turn on our flight director so I can keep an eye on what we need to be looking at here. And yeah, we're going to go for this. So we're looking for a flex takeoff here. That's what we're after. So once it says man flex, so spoil the engine up, it's about 40%. Okay, man flex. We go, guys. Okay, V1 and rotate. We're coming way off the flight plan here. Oh, she doesn't want to get up in the air. Okay, so she's changed to thrust climb. We can have gear up, flaps up. Gear up. We're just following the flight director at this point. She is very slow. Why is she very slow? Okay, so what we'll do, we're going to throw on the AP.
Sierra Victor, contact Kuwait Center on 125.3.
Okay, so the flaps won't go down. There we go. There was the problem, the flaps wouldn't go down. I did press the button on the controller twice and it didn't do nothing. Here we go, we're up in the air, we're off, yes. We're already making a lovely turn. Gear is being retracted. Okay, we need to acknowledge our handoff here as we leave Q8. I love the way there's like this little bit of field here.
Kuwait Center, Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor is climbing through 2,900 feet for 9,000 feet. Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor, Kuwait Center, continue to Almix as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Okay. So she's following the flight director. It's all pretty simple here. All the throttles on. We're doing level climb. She's going up to 9,000. Everything is looking okay. We've retracted now the speed brake, sorted out the flaps. For some reason, it doesn't matter what I tell the buttons on my joystick to be. Every time I load up the game, it changes them. Okay, we can throw that off, and also we can now turn the APU off now as well. So there you go, APU is now off. And there we go. Other than that, I think we're good to do some flying, guys. Here we go. We're in the air, we're here in Q8, heading to Abu Dhabi. And it's all looking quite nice.
Airbus 6 Sierra Victor, climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
Okay, they want us to go up to 17,000 feet.
Maintain 17,000 feet, Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
So there we go. Yeah. I know you're overspeeding. Do I need a sick bag? Maybe for the landing, because the landings are pretty rough in this game. The autopilot's pretty rough too. So we'll see what happens. So we're up to thrust climb. So if anyone is wondering with this Airbus, these are quite simple. It does have all the stuff here. So if you're doing your man flex, your toga, you're climbing, and then, you know, once you're kind of cruising, auto throttle back. But obviously we're still climbing. So we're heading up to 17,000 feet. Asta HD, hello, hope you and everyone are having a good day. Hello, mate. Yeah, not a bad day. It's not been too bad. Getting to the grips with the dodginess of this game. Finding a few bugs along the way. But yeah, it's good. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we are climbing through to 17,000. Nice. I have it on just clear day today. And we'll see how we go with the ILS. I'll line up the ILS to work. But I did try and do an ILS landing a few times now and they don't line up. I've had to manually take over. So we'll just see what kind of it comes of it. Hopefully the volumes are okay for you guys as well, hopefully. I forgot to check. Okay, my flight plan has disappeared. What the hell's going on here?
Airbus 6 Sierra Victor, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Okay. 290.
And maintain flight level 290, Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
And we need to turn off all our landing lights and everything. We're a bit far behind here. We're too busy making sure everything's working. Okay. They're all off, 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 off. Happy days. And we need to just engage that. and she is starting to climb again. Lorenzo, you got the controls set to realistic, intermediate, or FSX. Realistic, the ones that work. Unfortunately with this, a lot of them do not work still. But yes, I have it set to realistic. It's always on realistic. What are FSX settings? I'd like to know what they are. That'd be interesting to know. What are FSX settings? I haven't played FSX in so long now. Okay, climb and maintain. Yes. We're okay. We're good. We're climbing. Autopilot is actually holding what it's supposed to be doing. One thing I've noticed with autopilot, it seems to pitch very high once we're at cruising altitude, but there's nothing we can really do about that. We're just going to enjoy what we have here. We'll take a couple of screenshots, as it's my first full flight on the channel. There we go. Couple of lovely screenshots. So yeah, so we're set on realistic settings. Okay, we've got to change these to standard. Pressures, okay. There we go, guys. We're kind of in the air. Flight level 29 up. That is where we're going to be cruising today, I believe, at 29,000 feet. Everything's looking good here in the cockpit. Hopefully I put enough fuel in the engine. I say we did. But everything is looking good. I have no clue. Torque and the rest of it set to 0. I think that makes the game more like an arcade style. Okay, yeah, look, I wouldn't play it like that myself, but I understand why they've done it. But to be fair, even on realistic mode, a lot of this stuff is not working. Like, a lot of this is not working, like what I'd be used to. So, I don't know, even with the hard settings, I think it's still fairly straightforward. There's only a few things you have to do to get the engines running. And the game's buggy enough as it is to mess you around, so who knows what you're going to get. Like I asked it to load me at gate 12 and I got a petrol pump at a G8 thing, so... And then when I put it to gate 13, it parked us a mile away from the gate, so... It is what it is. ILS is the interesting one. Like I said, once we get to our ILS landing, that's going to be quite fun. What I do, I will show you how to program the ILS. I will set it up to ILS, and once I notice it's not lining, I will take over manual control and probably crash the plane into the ground. So we'll see how we go. That is for sure. We'll definitely see how we go. I must admit, I'm enjoying the game. I think the game is good. I think it needs a bit of work. I'd quite like to see a patch or an update come out fairly soon. That would be nice. I didn't put any real weather on today. Well, real weather is actually on, so it was obviously a nice day out here today. But yeah, hopefully something's going to come out soon, just to line up the stuff just a little bit better, tweak it. I think it came out maybe a bit early. I think it, could have done with a bit more work, but it's a fun game. I can see why it'll appeal to people that never played flight sims, maybe gamers, and it can definitely appeal to the simmers, but they need a little bit more work, I think. It sounds good. Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get to Abu Dhabi. Mizo08, it's hard to land with Xbox controller. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm using a joystick. That's hard enough as it is. Yeah, for the people playing on Xbox, maybe I should actually do a test. Maybe that might make an interesting video, testing with an Xbox controller. Maybe there you go. You might have just given me a new video idea. Yeah, I could do it, but yeah, I can imagine it's a bit finicky. It'd be quite interesting though. Wouldn't be my cup of tea. There you go. We've got the AP on. Everything is looking nice. Like I said, the pitch is high. I think we're still climbing though, but it does pitch high. Okay, so we're nearly at 29,000. It's a very short flight, about another 45 minutes, I'd say, in the air. But everything else is looking good. Engines are good. I think there's enough fuel. So I will talk to you about the procedure for landing. I know a lot of people have asked me about ILS, so the reason why I haven't done it in my videos is because the ones I did do, it was the first video I ever did. I actually didn't realize the ILS wouldn't line up, and I have it recorded, and I was going into Newcastle Airport with this, and it brought me about 3 miles wide of the runway and about 3 miles too early. It was terrible. Hi, how do you modify the name of the plane, please? How do you modify the name? What do you mean about modifying the name of the plane? Do you mean the liveries, or or what? Because it's the A320neo. There's no way of modifying that name. Do you mean the livery? Do you mean the paint? Is that what you're asking for, Anton? Haddock, which flight simulator is best for beginners? Like I said, I don't feel like this is quite a simulation yet, so I don't know what to say about that, to be honest with you. This is a very easy game to pick up in flight. Oh, there we go. Look, we're just going to drop out of the sky now. I think we've hit our cruising altitude. No, not quite. The problem I have with X-Plane is definitely a simulation, but it doesn't look visually as nice as this. This is the thing. Look how nice this looks. I mean, I know I don't really have any weather turned on, but even like the skies and... Okay, apparently we're going up to 390. I'm very surprised. Okay, so we're just going to change this now to 390. I thought I changed that. I think it was maybe when we reloaded it, and now we're going to engage it. And now the plane is going to go back climbing again. Okay. So Anton, you mean the paintwork? If you go onto my channel, you go to my tutorials, there is a video that came out yesterday on how to add 40 liveries to this Airbus, and that will tell you how to do it, and it will also give you the link of the pack of the 40 liveries. So Anton, just check out the playlist. He means the N4. I think generally the MF games have fixed codes of starting. Yeah, look. Oh, you mean like the flight level Airbus 6? That you can change all of this stuff in the flight settings when you're creating your flight plans and stuff. I just haven't bothered. You can go into your settings and you can change all that. It's very simple. David Heatherman, can you explain how to correctly handle the autopilot buttons, alt and rate of climb descent? Do you have a set new altitude by pressing the button to make the plane climb? Okay, David, I'm going to go through that now. Type I'll kick. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for the subscription. Means a lot, mate. Okay, so I'll talk about the autopilot now that we're just cruising. Okay, so the autopilot is very, very simple. I got a bit told off in my tutorial because I didn't go into depth. There's 3 dots here, which connect. That basically means the autopilot is connected to this flight plan. Now, the altitude would normally say be connected to this, but because we're using ATC are guiding us. So once ATC tell me to climb, we climb. Now, because these level changes are on, so basically if I do level change, because of the flight plan that it's built into itself here on the computer, basically it will pick its own speeds that it should climb at safely. So we don't have to worry too much. But to engage it, we need to turn it, but you have to make sure you engage manage altitude mode. So if they tell me to descend, I'll put my descent rate in and I'll engage it. With this dot being here, it means that the plane will control the speeds. This is the latitude, so this is holding on to this green line of the flight plan. So if I now zoom out to 300 nautical miles, so there we go, you can see our flight plan, that's what that is following. And this is our airspeed. Now we will control the airspeed manually ourselves once we come in closer to landing, because I'm going to take a lot of speed off her because the ILS is so bad. But to engage it, basically all we need is the auto throttle and the AP. Now the auto throttle works through this. Oh no, that's my pitch. Let's not change that too much. So when I did my takeoff I did a manual flex takeoff. So we had to go up 3 notches. So 1 has been the first notch, 2 and 3. If you're doing a full toga takeoff, which is just max power, which most people will probably do, you'd go just right up to the max. Okay, they just want us to acknowledge the handoff there quickly. So now I brought it back to climb. So that basically means now that the plane is managing itself through the computer with my altitude set, and it is deciding that this is the speed that we can climb safely at 280 knots, which is more than fine. And as you can see, we are raising nicely here. Patrick saying he's retracted your thing. Anton, alright, thanks. No worries, mate. Apologies are answered, but I've watched your other videos, the AP ILS settings, and I'm still confused with the flight plan you set in the menus. Do you still need to set up the flight in the FMC? No. Okay, so, Bobster031, just to make it clear with the flight planning, you can still use your sim brief. I don't know if you are an X-plane flyer, and obviously we're very used to sim brief. Basically, once you put your flight plan through this on its own, it's automatically here. You do not have to touch this. Now, the only thing I touched, I went into performance. It's not going to let us do it now because we're in the air. But if you go into performance, I just changed it that we were doing a flaps 1 takeoff, and I put in a manual flex number of around 68. That's just because I know it would take off with a 68 man flex. So basically, your flight plan, if you do it for its own system, is 100% in here. I have not touched this today at all, and it's already connected up to your AP, so all you have to do is flick on your autopilot once you're in the air. You'd follow your flight directives if you wish, this cross here, which is this, your flight directives. So if I was to fly the plane manually, as long as I stay following this cross, I would be following my flight plan, as you'll see when we come into land. So yeah, the flight planning on this actually makes it very, very simple, very, very simple, and that is all you literally have to do. So yeah, so you don't actually need to touch the FMC. Now the only thing we will need to do is the approach. Now I don't actually think we do, but what I'm going to do is, if it was like X-Plane or realism, so as you can see here, it is asking us, hang on, it is asking us to activate approach phase. So if I go into not the flight plan, already forgotten which one it is now, into the performance, you can see that we're currently in climb. If I go across my phases, and you're going to get to our approach phase. So basically we need to put in the QNH, which is what we have up here. I think it was 290902. I'd throw that in. Temperature, I mean, you can look for yourself. You don't actually have to do this with this game. This is the silly thing at the moment. They've not programmed it to be this in depth. So you can literally just press approach phase, done, you're in. But it's telling us that basically we're going to come in at 145 as our landing speed. So basically you can put it in the winds so the autopilot knows. Hang on, it's already left us here. So I will put in a few of these, DH or 200. I'll put in the Q and H. We're going to be doing a full landing, so we'll be full flaps landing config, and all we're going to do then is press approach. But I will show you that once we come in a little bit more for landing. Once we get cleared to lower, I will show you that a little bit more. But yeah, look, I'll do my best to explain. Like I said, the problem is, the way I'd normally do it, I can't do, because there are a lot of buttons still not working. I don't know, will they come working or not? That's the kind of problem. Just curious, is there a way for us to fast forward the time we're on autopilot? Unfortunately, not that I've found. Maybe up here on options, but to be honest with you, pause simulation, disable crashes, doesn't seem to be a way. It's like X-Plane, they don't want you to fast forward anymore. Okay, we need to contact Bahrain. Jesus, look.
Bahrain Center, Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor is at flight level tree 85, climbing flight level tree 90. Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor, Bahrain Center, continue as planned.
See, now we're hitting our cruising altitude. The plane is lowering our speed because we don't need to go so fast, because the FMC is telling it what it should be doing at this point of our journey. So everything is under control here. Yeah, I struggle getting the ILS approach to work, so usually disengage autopilot when landing. So Bobster, I'm going to show you how you're supposed to set up the ILS. Now, I have set up, I did an ILS, and like I said before, it dragged me about 3 miles too short of the runway, and I was coming in way too low, and I was way off the center line, and I think that is a common problem. But I'm going to show you how, once we get closer, I can't do it yet, but I'm going to show you how we can keep an eye on the ILS by using this, so you know if we're lining up or not. And if we're not lining up very early on, then I can take control and I can keep an eye on what we need to do. So, but I will show you how to do the full ILS config very, very soon. What are those glasses? These are aviators. I'm a captain today. This is my X-Plane suit. I decided to bring it back. Do I use a joystick? Yes, I do use a joystick. Hope there's a patch for rolling cars on water. Yeah, look, I'm hoping for a patch very soon, because like I said, we are missing so many buttons up here for even starting the engine do not work. I mean, I can't even control the smoking signs, the seatbelt signs, like just simple things that just make it a little bit more. So hopefully we're going to get a patch soon. I'd say we will. I'd say we're going to get a patch soon. And yeah, I struggle with the ILS approach to work. So look, I'm going to show you the ILS and hopefully we're going to be okay, Anton and Bobster. I'm going to show you how to fully set it up, the way it should set up, and we're going to see when it doesn't set up. And then we're going to hopefully land. Because the landing's a bit rough on this. Curtis Hard, there are bugs with AP and ILS. I've not managed to get it to fail hard, mainly a few meters left of the runway. I've noticed the altitude managed to select 60% of the time does not do anything. Oh, so what you mean connecting to the actual ILS, it's not bringing you down, is that what you're saying? Yeah, look, the ILS is bringing you a little bit left, but it brought me very short. But like I said, we can use the flight director and we're going to keep an eye on it. Okay. Jarwid, thumbs up. Okay. Perfect. Is that because of my costume, or what's the story? Yeah, Raver, I did a flight from London to Gatwick, Glasgow today. It was very fun. Good, mate. Oh, the plane that we're flying, Saudi Arabia. is that what you said? So look, we're in autopilot, but can you see how high it's pitching? That shouldn't pitch that high. It's a bit weird. But it's okay. There's a boat down here. Oh, there's an island down here too. Make sure that nothing is going off track here. Everything's looking good. So look, I will show you the approach. You do need to, like I said, I haven't tested it by not selecting the approach phase, but if you don't neglect your approach phase here, it might not work properly. When things don't work, I can't tell if it's me or doing something right or if it's the bug. Yeah, that's the only thing. Well, like I said, I'm going to show you how to keep an eye on it using this, and very quickly I'm going to know when it's not working, and I'm going to disengage autopilot and hopefully bring her down myself. That would be the plan. Can you have passengers in this sim? I'm sure they will do add-ons and stuff eventually. At the moment, no. But look, I'm sure they're definitely going to bring, you know, all the other flight simulators have had stuff, air haulers or, you know, FS passengers. But yeah, Jawid, I'm from Saudi Arabia. Nice, mate. Well, look, I'm flying one of your planes today, Saudi Arabia, and we're heading to Abu Dhabi. How does the flight director work? Okay, so the flight director basically works off your flight plan. So the flight plan that you created at the beginning, once you put it into here, this green line is your flight plan. So it knows where the plane should be, at what altitudes, at what waypoints. So all these waypoints mean stuff. Now we are running with ATC, so ATC are going to bring us down when they want to bring us down. So it depends. If you're just using the flight plan without ATC, the plane should know. But what you would look for, there would be a little mark. Here it is. So this, it's really hard to see right now. Maybe if I zoom out one more, it's probably gone in too far. No, now I can't see it myself. Bugger. Okay, so if we zoom out, this little marker here, this means top of descent. So if I wasn't running with ATC and my ILS needed to be at 3,000 feet, at this point here, I would just put in 3,000 on the plane and I would get it to lower, because this is the point it says that it has to descend. This little arrow, that is top of descent. So that's how you know when you need to drop down. The flight director itself, so like I said, if you have it turned on, it's using all the programs that are set in here, and that is basically that. So when we come closer to the runway, I just need to keep an eye on this a little bit, but like I said, I will show you once we get a little bit closer. ILS works and bring me down fine, just to the left sometimes. I'm saying the altitude selector, select manage or selected height. If you engage it, it won't actually do anything and get stuck. I've not had too many problems. Like I said, you just pick it, and you know, I just engage it, and it is, well, we're gonna see when we drop. Nick has just described. Thank you, Nick. Much appreciated. So yeah, so going up, it's been no problem, Curtis. So we're gonna see now when it asks us to descend. We will see. Is it going to be going to get stuck or not? So we'll find out very, very soon. As in, reduce to 30,000 feet. So I selected 3,000, click and hold up manage, and it will not do anything. Likewise, click and hold down for manual. It won't bother moving either, just sits current altitude. Well, there we go. We're going to see very, very soon. How do you manually tune nav 1 and nav 2 to go on to VOR to VOR manual navigation? With these kind of planes, I wouldn't really be doing that. But basically, I haven't actually tried it myself yet, and I don't know how much of this is actually working. But basically, I don't know, so we can select VRR. So basically, you need to get the frequencies from the airport. You'd have to look them up in-game. And all you'd want to do then is VRR is put it in, and then what you'd have to do is make sure you activate it. So if I was I can't do it now because it's selected for my autopilot, but so say if it was 124850 was our code, I would need to make sure I switch it across. And so we can frequency increase, VOR on, and it'll start beeping at you, kind of thing. Yeah, it's a bit complicated in this plane. I wouldn't use VOR to VOR on this on manual. It's really for the smaller planes. But I can do something on the smaller planes. I can do a tutorial if you guys like. Curtis, when that happens to me, I just end up using vertical speed setting. Yeah. That's the other thing. So look, we're going to see now, when it asks me to descend, will it descend? And if not, then yeah, I'm going to have to do it myself as well. I did it in the A320 and EasyJet livery. I'll be flying back to Gatwick tonight, then in Palma. Oh, very nice. 50% of the buttons don't work yet. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right, and that's what's kind of annoying. It doesn't really make it feel like a simulation to me. It just feels like a bit of a game. I'm hoping they're going to patch it. My biggest fear is now, is this because payware's coming? And the people that really want the simulation experience, are they going to come out and say, like, Tolis is going to say, oh, we've made the A319 now, full buttons working settings, and this is going to stay the way it is because it's easy for gamers? That's what worries me. They need to fix these planes. Hopefully that is something that's coming. They haven't said anything. I haven't read anything. It is buggy, Curtis, but we'll see what happens, okay? We're going to see what happens now when they ask me to... I'm literally going to be falling out of the sky now very, very soon. Mark, so it's not the sort of thing... It's not the sort of thing you do in this sort of plane. Good to know. I usually fly small planes because they're the ones that are a bit daunting. Yeah, so look, yeah, VOR to VOR, really you need to be doing it in the smaller planes. These would be using ILSs or, you know, different other kind of frequency stuff with flight plans. Lambden's even, mate, I got on your costume back on. Yeah, I actually got it on for you and I forgot that you're live streaming, so... but yeah, there we go. I put my X-Plane suit on for this. By the way, thank you so much for this live tutorial, extremely helpful. No worries, mate, and I'll be doing a lot more of this, and hopefully there are a lot of people that are interested and I'm helping people. I've got a lot of hate on my tutorials because I haven't explained, look, I play these games for fun. I'm not a professional flyer, even though I might look the part today. By any means, I literally do these for fun. I'm just trying to give a bit of an insight to people that have never played the game, just to get the planes rolling and moving and in the air. I'm not here to explain every little detail because I don't know every little detail, but I know enough that should get us up and down. So yeah, Curtis, we have to wait for a patch. Is there going to be a patch? Like I said, I am worried that these are going to stay default because it's easy for gamers. And the payware it will be for the simmers, and that's what scares me because it would be a lot of an investment. There's already a lot of investment going in for scenery already. I've seen. I haven't got any of it. I might apply for some, see if I get it. Like I said, I was very lucky that Microsoft even sent me this. I'm completely blown away. I'd never expected them to send me the game in a million years. It seems like your stream's going well. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's going well. People, we're learning. We're learning together. We're seeing. I've had nothing but bugs. Like the beginning of the flight was terrible. There were bugs everywhere. So. Be here for 5 minutes. No worries, mate. X-Plane all over again. Yeah, and it could be X-Plane all over again, but those planes are good. Now, yeah, look, these are the things with these simulators. These are deep pockets you needed because to make them realistic, you know, the scenery will start coming out. You're looking at another 50, 60 euros. Planes, 50, 60 euros a plane. They become an investment. That's the thing. I've got 2 people working on my farm currently, so I've got a smoke break, so I can't say hi. Yeah, well, look, if anyone's into Farming Simulator, Vlamden's channel as well, make sure you check him out. He's created a new farm for multiplayer. Any of you guys can join in, I believe. I might come in as well. 27th, they said they'll announce a release date for the patch. Well, a patch. Yeah, but what's that patch going to be? I mean, there's a lot of bugs, so it might not cure everything, but look, if they cure the ILS, or, like I said, I actually loaded this plane up on stand 12, and I ended up at a petrol pump for GA planes. And then when I loaded it up for another gate, it gave me the gate, but I was a mile away from the jetway, so it was no good. Curtis Hard has just subscribed. Well, thank you, mate. It's much appreciated. Yeah, like I said, I hope I can help out. That's the main thing. And if any of you guys want to come onto the Discord, I'm very active on Discord. There's a lot of flight sims in there. A lot of people have already joined up, and I'm helping as many people as I can. It's a good way to get hold of me at any point in the day. Share your screenshots, etc. Discord link should be in the description here. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. Okay. Oh, that's a shame you got bugs. There's a lot of bugs in this game, mate. So happy that these high-quality liveries exist for the A320. Can't wait for the 747 and the 787. See, I don't have the 787 because Microsoft sent me this for free, but I obviously wasn't high enough in their standards to get the premium models. So I've only got the 2 basic planes. The 747, I say, will come very soon now because the A320 have come out, and it was quite a big pack, and they didn't charge us, which was good news. I was a little bit worried, but. Yeah, it's so much better to have something, that's for sure. I mean, it makes a whole difference just to be able to put a few liveries. That's why I didn't really live stream a flight, because flying it in just the basic Neo, it's brutal. But yeah, you know, it's a nice game. I mean, you're not going to get better visuals than this. I mean, even my X-Plane, with all the work put into it, doesn't look as good as this. But the flight model is... This was always the worry, I think, for a lot of simmers, because... They said it was going to be a cross between like a game and a simulation. It was going to appeal to everybody, and finding that fine line is a tough one. When are we landing? We'll be landing pretty soon, mate. We're going to be hitting our top of descent now very, very soon. I saw your Cessna citation tutorial and it really helped me learn how to use the autopilot, and now I'm flying everywhere and having a great time. Thank you. Well, Banana Man, no worries, mate. Like I said, that's what I'm here for. Hopefully I'm helping a few people. I know a lot of people are not enjoying it as well, so look, I'm glad I can help a few. It means a lot, and it's nice to have you here on the stream as well, mate. Thank you very much. I was worried Microsoft wouldn't support free mods for this game, but since these liveries are free, I look forward to seeing what else is free. Well, one thing they got to remember is people have put a lot of money just to even get the game, so I think they had to do something, but how much further they're going to go? I think we might get some stuff for the 747, livery-wise, but there's not that many flying the 747s, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think it's definitely a kind of a wait-and-see kind of game. Hang on, I gave you a tutorial about how to bring up these nice camera images, and I'm not even using them myself. Don't know which one's nicer. It's working pretty hard, that, isn't it? Do we like that for the minute? Or do we have it inside? Problem is you can't move yourself around. We'll have it inside for a little bit. Blandance, he's an amazing streamer and YouTuber, and he helps wherever he can. Be sure to sub to him. He's amazing. Cheers, mate. Yeah, he cares about his subs. Look, I'm only in this to have a bit of fun and meet a few mates, play a bit of multiplayer along the way. That's the main thing for me. I really just want an MKIX Spitfire and I'll be a happy man. Helicopter, actually, sorry, that's what's coming next. The helicopter, I believe. I don't know will it be freeware or payware, but the helicopter is coming, I believe. That's what I heard. I read it somewhere. So helicopters. I think that's what's coming soon. When he hits 5,000 subs, he's doing a 24-hour live stream. Yes, Halleck, I know I promised you that, but I think 5,000 subs is going to be a couple of years away. Am I correct then, despite the built-in flight plan you have to manually insert the star and for autopilot to follow it? So what do you mean, from the actual main flight plan itself, David? So basically I put in a SID and star. You can send it just to go direct, so it will just follow it straight away, but I put in SIDs and stars because that's realistic. I use navigraphs to check it, but you know, I don't actually have to put, if I manually put the SID and star into the flight plan, it's already in my FMC. I'm not adding it to the FMC afterwards. You don't touch the FMC afterwards. It's pretty much done. So yeah, in a Pokemon costume all 24 hours. Where the hell do you even get a Pokemon costume from? Check MFS chat. Spaghetti Raver, I will check my Discord in a minute. Waiting for the models, Bombardier, CRJ. Yeah, I think they'll be out pretty soon too. Okay, smoke is done. Have a long farm is waiting. See you later, mate. No worries, mate. Have a good one. Bobster, one of my favourite parts of the experience is when you start the engines and sit in the cockpit and you can hear them low hum at the start. Yeah, I like that kind of you know, yeah, I like that too. Sounds in the game or something. Yeah, the sounds are pretty good. I must admit, the sounds are pretty good, and the visuals are good. A lot of things are good about the game. There's no doubt about it. It will be a good game. It just needs a bit more, you know. Talk to me in a year from now. This is probably going to be the best flight sim that's out there. I can, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Heli, I'm talking the MK9 Spitfire with Merlin engine, flight out of Goodwood up to Duxford. Oh, nice. Yeah, I used to live near Goodwood back in the day. I used to see a lot of Spitfires down that way. I used to go to the air shows and stuff. Festival of Speed. Used to love that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I actually tried to fly one of those. I don't know which plane it is now off the top of my head. I was trying to do some loop-to-loops and a few barrel rolls in it, but yeah, I was pretty bad at it. Mark, can you do a brief on how to for the rudder? Basically, I don't know how or when to use it, so I never do it. Well, the rudder, I mean, if I touch the rudder now, you're going to see the plane's going to really jank around. It's going to fix itself. Wow, I like the wings. Look at that. They're moving so nicely. Look at that. If I put high winds on, this would be awesome. Basically, the rudder, you're going to see on the landing. We might need it, we might not. I don't know. Real life weather's on. I don't know what the wind is down there. So basically, the rudder, it just kind of helps correct from crabbing. The planes can start to crab where it starts going in kind of sideways, and you can use a bit of rudder just to get it straight up. It's a bit complicated. Look, I can do a tutorial if that's something that you would like to see. Like I said, any kind of suggestions for tutorials are great. Just getting the time to do them all is the killer, but I'll do my best, of course. FOS and Revival, man of my heart. That's it. Yeah, Festival Speed. Yeah, I love the Festival Speed. Especially when my granddad was alive, he used to take me up there all the time. He used to live in Chichester, so and I lived in Tangnir, so yeah, used to love that. MYCE. I flew through Tropical Storm Laura in the Eastern Caribbean island. Oh my god, the detail of heavy rain and the effects. Yeah, I didn't want to do anything for that today because I just wanted to show people a basic landing and stuff. But I'm definitely going to be doing some of this tropical stuff and in some GA planes. I'm interested in some of that. Thank you very much. No worries, Mark. Like I said, we'll talk a little bit of rudder as we come in. That's when we're going to need it the most. But yeah, I can do something for it as well. We can work something out. Okay, let's have a look at another camera, shall we? I think everything's looking good. Just want to go back on the Okay, so yeah, that takes away my cockpit camera. Just want to make sure we are coming to top of descent now, guys. See the arrow. So ATC will probably get in contact with me now once we hit this point. But everything is looking good. Fuel's looking good. Nice. Okay. Haddock, have you done any takeoffs from John F. Kennedy's airport? No, I did a GA flight over New York 2 or 3 days ago. It was nice. The problem is, when I play at home, I can play at high settings, but when it comes to streaming it, because it needs like 20 megabytes internet, which obviously I don't have, I live out in the country, so I have to put it on medium settings for when I stream, otherwise my CPU will probably blow up. If I'm honest with you. Miss Gilbert, I did my first successful landing today. I was fine. Your tutorial helped me a lot with the Airbus. Nice, I'm glad. Hopefully my own words of wisdom are going to get us down, because I haven't actually managed to practice many landings with the jets. I've been a bit mad with them with the buttons not working, so I've been flying GA. The GA stuff, like flying low, I mean this game is built to fly low right now. But look, I'm glad it helped you, and yeah, much appreciated for your support. Thanks for joining the stream as well. NYCE, JFK has a great detail, but KLGA is lacking in every detail. Yeah, see, this is the thing, like, some of the airports, like I went to Dublin Airport, and I thought Dublin should look good, really, and you can see that they put the effort into the ones they wanted to, and then all the other ones are kind of fairly basic, but look, I'm sure there's going to be payware stuff that's going to fix all this very, very soon. I'm sure of it. CDB, do you use in-game ATC? For this flight, I am using ATC. You can see the ATC boxes up here. We're going to wait for them to talk to us again very, very soon. They're going to guide us in, basically. Even though we have a flight plan set, they will guide us in with the heights and stuff. So we are using ATC today, because a lot of people ask me to use ATC, and ATC is an easy way to control, to know when you should be up and down for people that don't really know. So yeah, I do recommend if you're using jets, ATC is a good way, and yeah, look, it won't be long before this will join up with the with real life ATCs and stuff like that. So it's good practice. I would like to see you fly over New York someday. I did do a flight over New York GA 2 days ago. My stream had it. It was very basic and it was a bit glitchy because I accidentally left it on high settings. And like I said, the internet was killing. So I'll do something else definitely. Look, we're going to do some flights for sure. Alza, I like the clothes you got. Yeah, this is my X-Plane. This is what I used to wear for my X-Plane streams. For the whole maybe 5 people that would watch them. But yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Banana Man, since I'm new to flight simulators, I've troubled with FMC and ILS, but everything else I understand well. Well, you see, that's good. And if I'm honest with you, the FMC you don't need to touch unless you're going to start doing sim brief stuff yourself, like, and use Navigraphs like I do. With this game right now, with the current state, don't do that. I would just stay with the flight planning that's built into the game. And once you've created that flight plan, you're done. Don't touch the FMC. The only thing we need to look at is the approach. So once ATC tell me to lower, well, we can do it now. Basically, these approach. So we'll do the approach now. So basically, you can activate the approach phase at any time you want. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go down. I don't know which control it is now. 7, 8, no. So it wants us to configure this approach phase. I can't remember what our Q and H was. I think it was 29902. I could be very wrong there. I hope I'm not wrong. Temperature in Abu Dhabi this morning, according to the weather, was 36 degrees. I'm not going to put any winds in because I didn't get the wind speeds, and you don't need to worry about the NDA. The DH around 200. That's what I put in all my flights, to be honest with you. This is telling you it's going to be doing a full configuration, which it is. We're going to be doing a full landing configuration. So that's kind of set. Now what you do, you go back, and it says activate approach phase. and confirm. So the plane is now ready for the approach phase, and as you just heard, the engines are now spoiling down. So now we probably buggered up. We shouldn't be lowering our altitudes or anything. Okay, it's just slowing itself down for the approach phase. So yeah, it's taken over its own speeds. Now this is why I don't like the flight planning on this, because the speeds are wrong. They've got these speeds completely wrong. So we'd have to manually take over. This is going to drop us down to 200 because we activated that approach phase a bit early. Probably should have done it once ATC had told us low, but look, they are going to tell us to drop down now. We are going to be coming in. So what we can do here, if I'm really struggling, is no. Why is it in Mac? I don't want Mac. Goddamn cameras. Okay, so I'm just going to increase this airspeed to 230 again, and I'm going to engage it. Sorry, you don't need to engage it if the yellow dot's there. So I have 230. I told you a lie there. And now it'll start picking up my speed again now. It should do anyways. I feel like we're bugging out a little bit here because this isn't moving now. The engines are doing some work. So yeah, look, there's a lot of bugs. Nightlife traveling is a whole other sim, and sim comes to life. Yeah, look, GA, I think this game needs to be flown low and low. I think that's the best way to fly this, to be honest with you. Flying it low. Low is beautiful. Curtis is deleting all his messages. Can you tune into ATIS? Mine just never shows up, so you can get the airport weather and QNH. So you can get it. I don't actually have. We can get it once we get closer, because once I contact Abu Dhabi, I'll be able to get the ATIS if I really want it. But I don't know what the ATIS code is. If I knew what the ATIS code is, I would definitely show you, but I don't have the code. It's been a long time since I've used ATIS properly as well. What I normally do when I use SimBrief and Navigraphs and stuff, I get all that data, and basically SimBrief gives me that data, and I just copy that data. But we'll see when we get closer. I'll see if I can get ATIS to work once we get a bit closer. So yeah, I think this is now bugged out because it's holding at 200. That's not right. The engines are quite slowing down. I don't know what's going on here now. So yeah, I've activated the approach phase, and you can basically do it at any time. It shouldn't take you off the speeds of your flight plans, but it has. So we're just going to ignore that. We're going to see what happens, and hopefully we don't fall out of the sky. See, we're pitching high again now, look. Pretty weird.
Bobster, when you select managed V select, wouldn't that change your speed to where the AP wants it to be? If so, if the plane had to go 250 knots, wouldn't I use selected?
Yeah, so basically, with the flight plans, all the vector points, it should already be built in that these are the speeds you can go. Now, currently, as soon as you put in your approach phases, the speeds are wrong. They're very, very wrong. Even the climbing altitude speeds. They're saying you should be climbing at 160 knots. It does not work. So, yeah, you're better off to take over your own speed, if I'm honest with you.
Yellow dot means engage. I think you have to click down to make it manual selected.
Yeah, I clicked down, but it didn't do anything. Oh, there you go. It's still not doing anything here. I have a feeling that this is glitched. But it's okay for now.
We're okay. We'll get down to the ground. So basically, you do most of the work in the flight planner. You don't really need to touch the FMC much when you get close to the airport. You turn on the approach phase. But basically, yes. Once you've done the flight plan, now in the flight plan, you can change your speeds, your altitudes. You can do everything you want to do. Once you've done that, yeah, don't touch the FMC. Even for this approach phase, we didn't really need to do that. That was for me to show you that is the realism that you would need. But now look at the problems that we have. Because with this flight plan in place, if I zoom in here, I can now zoom in as we're getting closer. This would actually bring me into the airport anyways, this flight plan. So, but yeah, if we're to talk about phases and stuff, that's what we should be looking at. Xeno Supreme Canadian, hello, hello, hello. This is exactly what my altitude selector does.
Sweet FA, yeah, it's not doing very much. So we will just ignore it. We're still in the air, we're not falling out of the sky yet. So I think we're okay. But now we're pitching high, so yeah. This is where the bugs happen. This is why my tutorials didn't have the landings, because I was making videos and the first one caught me out because I was getting so many problems, and it makes a terrible video when you start getting problems. When you're live, I mean, look, you're going to see me figure out the problems as they go. But when you make a video, the last thing you want is to look like an idiot the whole way down. That's for sure. Haddock, the game costs a lot, and if so, for bugs. Yeah, but look, they've been a long time getting this. They needed to get it out, I suppose. There's a lot of hype. Imagine how many copies of this game that has sold. They will be working hard, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll be working hard on getting a patch out soon. Like I said, someone has already said that we are due one very soon. 27th. So what's that now? A week away? Zeno, how's it going? Yeah, it's going alright, mate. It's, you know, we're flying, we're working out bugs as we go along. We're hopefully going to show everyone how to land a plane badly. That would be the next thing. Because my manual landing skills are not amazing. My joystick is a bit outdated. It's a trusty one. I've had it for a long time now. I think it is time that I need to get an upgrade. Like, sometimes you just put a little bit on it and nothing happens, and then you have to put a bit more on it and then everything happens. So we'll see what happens. Banana Man, alright, I understand. Okay. So basically, yeah, that's what you have to do. So if I didn't even activate that approach phase, I don't think it's going to make a difference, because I think the game isn't ready for that phase of it yet, if you know what I mean. Like I said, now it's just caused me problems. I would have just stayed normal. The flight plan will bring you in. But look, once we get a bit closer, I'm going to show you what the AP should be doing. Okay, let's just whack this speed up. This plane can take about 320 knots, easy. If it'll speed up, I have no idea. Yeah, still buggy, very buggy, but this is one of the most beautiful games to exist, and the only good thing to appear in 2020. Yeah, and there we go. Look, we all needed something. We needed to pick me up. And look what it's done to my channel. Like, my channel is blooming all of a sudden. Gone down from 50 views to, you know, thousands of views, and it is an amazing game. Look, the game will be good. It just needs a bit of work. But currently, like, for me to be doing live streams and stuff, it's alright, but I'm not a perfect pilot either, so. And for people that are new to the game, that, you know, when a bug appears and, you know, oh, speed's not working, what do I do next? Like, what button can I press next? How can I manually take control? What can I do in this situation? That's where the problems are beginning with people, because they're assuming that they should be working. It would have been nice if they came out and said stuff. I mean, I know there are bigger YouTubers that have been showing for the last week or two. I know Squirrel did some stuff, and he was showing that, you know, nothing was working. So I kind of knew things were going to be bad. But I thought by the time, because they only gave it to me a day before release, so the only thing I managed to do probably before you guys was I managed to download it the day before, and that was it. Because I was at work and I didn't get a chance to play it myself. So yeah, there we go. Brennan, I hope you're having a great day so far, and I've yet to test that 747 cold start, which I'm looking forward to later. Yes, mate. Yeah, it's very easy. Like I said, there's only about 4 buttons that work on it, so it's not too bad. But my pushback was a disaster. I just finished a run on Simple C. Oh, nice. Oh, you're running on my OMSI company. So if any of you guys don't know, I'm big into transport. I am a bus driver in real life. I do have an OMSI company. I don't know if any of you play OMSI. If you're into transport, I do a lot of stuff with it. I have my own virtual bus company set up. I have a lot of subscribers that drive for me. It's a full-on company. If any of you might be interested in that kind of stuff. I do anything with kind of planes, trains, trucks, buses, all that kind of stuff. That's what I kind of do on the channel, with other simulation games on top. Same as game console and all type of games, they always have... Okay. Doesn't like our speed. So it doesn't like our speed, so what we're going to do here, I'm just going to pull back on the air brake. Don't be scared to use air brakes with the Airbus. Now the Boeing, not so good, but the Airbus, you can see my air brakes now have been pulled up. And very quickly bring me back down to my speeds, taking the speed level again. And it's very quickly brought me down to a good speed. Air brakes are your best friend on an Airbus, especially on descent. Now on the Boeings, you know, you don't, they can, well, they used to be quite sensitive on X-Plane. Don't be scared to use your air brakes. As soon as you hear overspeed, throw on the air brakes. Sometimes when you're descending, you'll hear overspeed. Don't panic, throw on the air brakes. That's all you need to do. What's your favourite livery in the pack so far? Mine is Alaska Air Diamante Hazel. It's beautiful to play. Red in the word on it. Yeah, look. Oh. Okay, so they want us to contact Emirates Center. We can acknowledge handoff. I actually really like EasyJet and British Airways. I'm into the British stuff, really. There's some other good ones there, too. I haven't actually had a good look at all of them yet. My little tag here is struggling, isn't it? That's what happens when you buy 50p things from the joke shop. Shadow GJ, hey there. I took a A320neo yesterday from Buenos Aires to Port Stanley. Real-time 2-hour flight. Ooh, nice. And how did it all go for you? How was your landing and stuff? Did everything work out nicely? I've also noticed that just with these issues, a lot of people instantly want a refund and don't want to wait for new updates. To me, there's a lot of people that bought this that are gamers. You know, there's people like Raptor. Like, why did Raptor get a copy of this? I've never seen him do a flight sim in my life, and they sent him everything. And, you know, he doesn't play the game. Things like that, it bugs me a little bit. But, yeah, I see it's got very bad reviews. It's buggy. Give it 1 year. This is going to be the best game out there. And the price is never going to drop. It's probably going to go up more than anything. Be one of the best games, I reckon. If they can fix it, I don't know how hard it is to do all that stuff. There's probably a lot of ILSs and things to get lined up. Look, there's probably a lot of work needed to go into this. But Microsoft, Xbox, you know, they're very big. If anyone can do it, it's going to be them. They have the funding, they have the manpower, they have everything. Back for a bit. Sorry, I can't be here for the whole stream, mate. Captain Dutchy, no worries, mate. And any of you guys that are into flight stuff, Captain Dutchy is also your man. He is a man that knows games better than me. He's really into the flight stuff, so definitely check him out too. If I'm surprised you're not flying anything with the this yet. I know you have it, but I haven't seen you do much of it yet. Lewis Trains, hi mate. Just wanted to know when I could join your OMSI company. Yes, mate. I will speak to you after the stream. I'll get that sorted. There's so much more viewers now than your stream, MFS. Because people like the flight stuff, but will this die out? Will people still come back once they learn how to fly their planes? That's the question. And will they come back for any of my other streams? That's another question, but we'll find out. Blue Ice Gaming, hello mate, welcome to the channel. We're just sorting out bugs. There's been a lot of bugs. Having fun though, we're having a good time. Plane's slowing down, who knows what it's doing. Oh, be handy if we contacted Emirates Center as well. Okay, nothing too exciting here, guys. Okay, so we're going to find out how many more bugs we're going to get on this flight level. So they want us to drop to 3.1. So all we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to get to the wheel, and we're going to come down to 3.1, and hopefully if we engage it, there we go. We can see that the flight director is bringing our nose down straight away. Yes. Come on. So it is bringing us down. So this time I haven't found a bug on the flight this. It seems to be dropping nicely. Holding our speed. We're now manually controlling speed because I activated the approach phase and it's all gone wrong. So speed is no longer on autopilot. We are controlling the speed now, and I will control that all the way to the airport. I'm still trying to upload some tutorials. Yes, mate. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're doing some stuff. And private friend, yeah, flights with friends. Like, that's the thing. You know, multiplayer is good fun with this. And the game definitely got better. They made a great job to attract new players into the flight sim category. They made me come to flight sims. Well, yeah, and that's what they were after. You see, that's why they're trying to find this fine line of gaming and simming. And currently, we have a game. I think. I don't think we quite have the simulator, but we'll see. Had to reroute to Egypt. RAF, Mount Pleasant, landing assistance from ATC sucked. It was rough and ended up overrunning the runway. Shadow GJ, well, fair play. Lewis Trains, GTX 1668 gig. Well, should I be getting a new graphics card soon? Oh, okay, nice. That's a nice one. Inside, if you start cooking, you might get more viewers as well. Ah, I love my cooking simulator. I'm definitely going to go back to my cookies and cakes soon. What do you find easier at the moment flying for 747 and A320? I'm an Airbus man. I'm going to be honest with you. I like Airbus. Even if you see my X-Plane stuff, I only fly Airbus really. I don't like the Boeings as much. But the 747 is actually really simple in this game. It's quite nice. Yeah, I'm probably more of a fan of the 320 if I'm honest with you. Feels more modern. I got a GTX 1650 and it works well. Yeah, what am I running? I keep forgetting RX 580. So look, I'm not running anything amazing here, and I'm running AMD 8 cores, 16 thread, overclocked thingamabob, 2700X. Medium settings and graphic. Yeah, I'm running medium settings here for streaming, but I can actually play in high. But to stream, I have to. I have no choice. I have to do it in medium because the internet won't take it. And so thanks to the shout, man. I actually hit 200 subs a couple of days ago. Sorry, I'm choking it. Well done, mate. That's really good news. Like I said, if anyone does want stuff, he is the man. Yeah, he's got a nice system too, the RTX 2070. I want an A380 in this sim, my favorite plane. You're probably going to get a lot of hate from flight simmers. I don't think any flight simmers like the A380. I like the A380, but the problem with the one we had on X-Plane was terrible. A320neo is sleeker, more modern, and I like it. The 747 is good too, but I'm just an Airbus fan. I like Airbus. Blue Eyes Games running a 1050 Ti. Yeah, look. Yeah, look, and Transport Enthusiast, who's on the channel, I know he's running a 1050 Ti as well, and he's running it on low to medium settings, and he's running it fine. Hope they try and improve the sim aspect. I don't want to go down to a full game route. I don't think they will. Look, the whole idea of this game was always to make the balance, and that's what they were looking for, to make the balance of sim in gaming, because that's what they promised that they could do. So that's kind of where we're at with this. I think that's what we're kind of waiting for. I think the game side of it's here. I think now we just need the simulation side, which I think, like I said, if they're patching it on the 27th, it'd be interesting to see what we get on our first update. And I wonder how many gigabytes it's going to be. Probably going to be like a 15 gig. Okay, so they want us to drop again. We're going to acknowledge, and again we're going to drop it.
And maintain flight level 250 Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
And again, we're going to make sure we engage it. Here's now bringing us down to flight level 250. Flight director's dropping again. Nice. Keep an eye on the speed. 240 is a good speed. Not too slow, not too fast. I think we're good. Hope they had the seatbelt, no smoking, FAA chimes. Yes, look, I'm sure that's going to come very soon. It has to, surely. Best plane flying right now is the Cessna 28 Caravan. Do you think so? I actually like the 152, and I like, there's a couple of them other small ones that I've actually kind of become very fond of. The ultralight thing I like. I had a 2080 Ti and only had 50% utilized due to such high CPU demand. Yeah. So the main thing with this game is CPU. There's a huge CPU demand. I have mine overclocked to 4.1 gigahertz. And it's running fine. Medium settings are streaming. It's not too bad in the eyes, hopefully for you guys. Getting 40 to 50 FOS. Wow, that's nice. I don't know what my frames are. On medium, I'm probably getting something very similar on my medium settings. I'm telling you, it caught my attention. That's why I brought it. Yeah, look, and it's going to do the same. The hype was huge. The hype was huge. I mean, it's been, what, 20 years since FSX. When that came out in 2000s? Been a long time. And X-Plane kind of jumped so far ahead. So, like, the hype was here on this. How is it going to fare? How is it going to do? The modeling's okay, it's looking pretty good, the engines are looking pretty good. '27th is the announced of the patch release. Oh, it's a release date before a release date, okay. I hope they start patching up FMC and autopilot. Yeah, look, for us as simmers, the FMC is important, and the FMC is terrible in this game. Look what I just clicked the approach phase and everything went wrong. Yeah, and ILS, yeah, look. You're right. Hopefully that's the first stuff. Lemus, I am an Airbus guy. I ordered today the Thrustmaster Airbus joystick. Yep, and I've got the throttle quadrant on order as well, which I'll be showing you guys hopefully very, very soon. I'd love them to send it to me early, but I don't think they will. Not unless you guys can get me over about 20,000 subscribers, at least. How do you approach landings? How do you know which bearing and heading you're supposed to fly from? Well, Shadow GJ, we're about to come in for landing, so you're going to see how I do it very, very soon. My favourite plane is probably the 787 because of the loud hydraulic systems and flaps. Yeah, look, everyone has a preference when it comes to planes. I really like GA flying, but if it comes to jets, I'm more of an Airbus man, that's for sure. I like the A319. Oh, okay, I think we're levelling out here. Ryzen 5 2600 works well with this sim, 16GB F36, yeah, and that's good. I mean, your Ryzen 5 isn't far off what I have, you know, so. Okay, so they now want us to go down to 190.
Descend and maintain flight level 190 Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Okay, and the flight director's coming down. Nice. Should be able to see land soon. Here we go. This is where we're coming into. Somewhere down here. FSX released on October the 10th, 2006. Oh wow, I thought it was way before that. Way before that. Apparently some of the core of this sim is code from FSX, which scares the crap out of me. It could be why a lot of things might not be working. My favourites right now are the C152 and the... Everyone seems to like the Caravan. I haven't actually flown the Caravan yet. I was going to do a tutorial on it at some point. But I do like the 152. I actually really like the 152. Probably one of my favourites. I would like GA flying, but when it comes to landing those small planes, I'm bad at it. But Brennan, if you practice those small planes, it makes these big planes easier. Kind of. Well, look, we're going to see a terrible landing by me. I'm notorious for bad landings. Ryanair should definitely hire me. Did they add a lot of turbulence, especially in the smaller props planes? They always seem like they shake a lot. A little bit. It depends. Look, if you have real live weather on and it's windy, that's what you're going to get. Like, I was flying over an island, GA, and with real life weather, and you can imagine what the weather is like here. It's terrible. So it depends. If you're flying with real life weather, you have to find out what the weather is, I suppose. The 208B is so smooth. That's pretty realistic. I have flown in real life, and it's coming real close. Yeah, for the Cessnas, I'd kind of like, the proper kind of yokes. That'd be nice. For the GA, I mean, the joysticks are great for this stuff, but I'd like to get the yokes for the GA stuff. Starting my approach early since I'm going to land at East Midlands since I forgot to get fuel. Well, that does not help. My fave are tail draggers. Oh, no. You saw my landing with a tail dragger. You press too hard on the brakes, they flip over. Oh, here we go. It's following its flight plan, sorting itself out. For some reason, the flight sim as soon as I lift my nose, it takes no matter what plane interested in having weight on takeoff. What? As soon as I lift my nose, it takes off no matter what plane instead of having a weight on takeoff. That's strange. And yet Captain Dutchy's telling you, Brennan, exactly what to do. Practice. Practice, practice, practice. That is for sure. That's the same for me. Look, I like told you guys from the very beginning, I'm not great at this game. I enjoy the principle of the game. We're probably going to see the worst landing you've probably seen ever. But we're going to see what the ILS does for us, because I know a lot of people want to learn the ILS. We'll see what ILS does. Fingers crossed. Okay, we're now getting closer, so we need to start. Okay, we're about to zigzag our way in now, which is lovely. So we'll be asked to come down a bit more now very, very soon. Here we go. Bring us down to 7,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Okay, we're going down to 7,000, guys. We're going to be coming in now for our approach very, very soon. Once we start making this bend, I'm going to turn the ILS on. Once we start coming around here. Because we still have quite a long way then to go straight into Abu Dhabi. Probably not even till around here even. Glenn Bixie, hello. Hello, mate. Where have you been? I thought you'd get out of bed for this. I'm practicing flying real life right now because I do air cadets. Oh, nice, mate. That's well cool. Wish I did stuff like that when I was younger. The ILS system in this A320neo is horrific. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's brutal, but people want to know how I would set it up. I'm going to tell them how to set it up, and then we're going to manually probably take it down. Oh, if you really want, we'll take ILS all the way in and see what happens. But I can promise you it's not going to be pretty. I don't know how to land visually or ILS. Innisbrook, for instance, does not have ILS on probably the same IRL. So, no idea how to get the A320 down. Can I still use VOR? Well, your flight director should bring you down. If you have a flight plan going into Innisbrook today, if you follow your flight director with one of these, you should get him on VNAV. Or RNAV, sorry. RNAV should bring you in quite nicely.
The menu flight planning, I'm assuming you don't want to use direct ILS because it doesn't direct you in line with the runway yet. Well, no, so that's just making your flight short. Can you see how mine is zigzagging here? If you look here on my flight screen, this is because I have a star put in. This is a realistic approach into the airport. This is a pattern that the planes would have to take. You can see how far the plane is off this line. If you do direct, basically this flight plan will just take you directly in. That's nothing to do with the ILS itself. The ILS is just terrible. So Bobster, if you want to use straight in direct, it's fine. It just makes your flight shorter. But this is, you know, it's going to weave us around. Hopefully, if you had clouds, you'd go through the clouds. You know, you might see some cities. Yeah, look, this is the realism side of it. So you can still go in direct if you wish, but the ILS still won't work. Sorry, I thought this was InsideAgameR, not Raptor. You know I used to wear these all the time when I explained, but the light used to be too bright. But I fixed my lighting, so I can actually see now with my glasses. I can take them off if you wish. Is that better for you, Glenn? I can see you. My first real plane I flew before I got PL was Uncle Cessna 172 tail dragger on a grass airstrip. I'd love to do stuff like that. I really would love to do some stuff like that. Hard RNAV approach and follow the flight director. Yeah, that's it. Exactly what Captain said, exactly what I said. Take an RNAV approach, follow the flight director. So as long as your flight director's turned on, just follow your arrows here and this will guide you into your runway. Not every airport will have ILS systems, so RNAV is your approach. So yeah. Now, if your autopilot's still on with this, your autopilot take it in, but you'll need to control your speed and your altitude yourself. So yeah, something to think about. But if you kept your autopilot on, just say for the RNAV, you wouldn't need to necessarily follow the flight director. Are there virtual companies for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Look, I say there'll be add-ons down the line. Like I said, we've had air haulers and all this kind of stuff in the past, FS passengers. So I say, look, something will come eventually. Here we go. We're landing somewhere over here. Don't really know where. Not as pretty. I'm on medium settings, like I said, to stream. I've got no choice. So yeah, it's not the prettiest down there, that's for sure. But we are now coming into our approach. Are we landing soon? Yes, we're coming in very soon. I'd say 10 more minutes. I'm asking because American Truck, there were people there, virtual companies with stats and truck books. Yeah, look, I'm sure things will come eventually. Most games bring that kind of aspect to it at some point. Air haulers was that. You could play online for... Okay, acknowledge our approach.
Going to 133.55 Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Okay, we can tune into our approach here. Banana Man donate 199 through Super Chat. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And I know you're a new subscriber to the channel. Yeah, amazing. Thank you. I hope the landing will be nice. Well,
Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor approach. Continue to Cybo as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Okay, guys, so we just dropped below 10,000 feet, so that means now our lights need to come on. So 10,000 feet, all your kind of landing lights would need to come on here. So yeah, that's all good. That's on auto. Everything else up here is okay. So landing lights are on. Speed is still okay. Look how far away we are from this flight director. Jesus. It's bad. This is so bad, isn't it? Should be running the ultra settings if I get a GTX. Yeah, I'd say you would be. There are virtual flight companies out there, but I'm not mistaken, are migrating over to MSF. Look, I'm saying they would be. Like I said, air haulers would be the big one. Will air haulers come over? I hope they do, because I really like air haulers. If you got 32GB RAM, you will. Yeah, see, I'm only running, I think, 16GB of RAM. I don't have a huge amount of RAM. Have you considered subscribing to the channel? Oh, that's my Nightbot. That's no good, is it? Maxo, hi. Thanks for the stream. Which app software do you use pre and in flight for flight? Okay, so usually I use Navigraph for all my kind of navigation data that would connect to your planes or next plane and stuff. They have released a video saying that they are going to be doing something. They said they are going to be doing something for this. They haven't released what yet. And I use SimBrief, simbrief.com, free software, and that will give you all the details that you would need. So Max, SimBrief, and Navigraph.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 13 right approach via IMSIG transition. Cleared to IMSIG.
Okay, so we've been given our approach.
Sierra Victor, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Oh no, it wasn't us, that was somebody else. Okay, they want us to come down below 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 13 right approach via IMSIG transition. Cleared to IMSIG Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Okay, we're just going to knock off a bit more speed. We're going to take it easy here, guys. We want to get this right. So 190. I'm kind of lost in the chat here. I also heard they are bringing co-pilot to multiplayer, which would be cool, although I have absolutely no trust in who I choose to co-pilot. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to do some of that with some of you guys as well. I'd really love to do some of that. That'd be more cool. Blue Ice Gaming, thanks for the info. What did Blue Ice Gaming say? Oh yeah, virtual company's coming. I was looking into them and I was flying X-Plane. Yeah, the air haulers was the big one. I loved the air haulers. I had it for FSX and for X-Plane. Yeah, I mean, look, the more RAM you have, the better. It's very RAM intensified, this game. SimBrief is the way to go for free flight planning. Yeah, SimBrief is good. What's the difference between RNAV and LNAV? Good question. Captain Dutchy, I'm sure, will answer that one. Graphics, you need a stronger memory process. Yeah, that's always the way. What do you do with IMCIG transition info? Basically, IMSIG is the transition I'm coming in on here. So anyways, look, we're going to get ready now for our landing. 4,000 feet seems to be what they want us to do. So I'm going to bring down the plane again now to 180. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit LS. But it hasn't locked on yet. Okay, we've got a big loop here. We'll keep that off now for a second yet. We're not ready for that yet. Your autopilot is on drugs. RNAV is the approach type and LNAV is the lateral navigation. There we go. $60 FPS, low at best. I mean, look, I'm running on about 40 on medium, and it's good. Look, medium is fine. It's not amazing at the same time, but it's fine as well, you know. How much would another 8 gig of RAM be? Look, RAM's actually dropped in price, I believe. It has dropped in price, so it's hard. There's different kinds of RAM, different speeds. Like AMD needs a very high speed RAM to work efficiently, so I have pretty decent RAM. Yeah, it just depends. 60 FPS, you need a miracle. Transport, hello. Sorry I'm late, I've just got home. No worries, mate, you've missed everything. I'm coming in for landing soon. But it's fine. Medium, but more low graphic. Yeah, LNAV is the course in 2 dimensions across the ground. VNAV is the flight path in 2 dimensions up and down. There we go. Anthony Seaworth, thank you, Dutchy. The definition of RNAV and LNAV, I guess, is what I was asking. There we go. Perfect. GTX 1080. You're playing on high settings as well. That's fair enough. Medium is perfect as long as buildings are turned up to high. Yeah, I can't remember if mine are. I think they're not, so that's the problem. But I should have probably turned them up. I think 30 FPS is fine on this game, guys, because you got to remember, you know, when you're in the air like this, you know, you're not doing much. 30 FPS is okay. It's not choppy. It's not laggy. It's okay. I wouldn't worry too much. Okay, we need our barometric pressures back. Okay, so we're going to now put on our LS. So what you're going to see down here is that we're waiting for these pink dots. We're going to have 2 pink dots eventually once we get a bit closer. So we're going to keep an eye on them. So for the ILS, LS, that's the next stage for us. Is there a fuel planner in the game? It kind of automatically gives you the fuel through its own flight planning system. You can load your own fuels with the fuel truck, and which you get off SimBrief, etc. So there is ways to do that yet. Yeah, 30 FPS with high settings is great as well. Ryzen 5, 2600, 6GB RAM.
medium at 60 FPS. Yeah, so there you go. That's, like I said, I can play on high, but not streaming. You can't stream high. Not at all. Okay, so let's have a look here. We can see the pink dot. Now this is lining up with the localizer at the airport. So that needs to be hitting here. This is when we know it's going to be straight. So we're going to notice it's probably going to stick out here because we know it's not working, or we might sit over here because of the left. We are now waiting for the second one to come in as well. But we're still a little bit far out. We're pitching ridiculously high. But the airport is probably straight ahead of us here somewhere now. Can fuel be loaded in? You'll need to be calculated by SimBrief. Yeah, so that's it. So if you're doing your own flight plans, it's fine. But if you're doing it on its own, it is loading in your fuel. Sorry if it's already covered. It's okay, mate. Glenn's right. He is pretty right, to be fair. I got Ryzen 5 3600 RTX. There you go. Exactly. I've got a Ryzen 7 2700X, and it's overclocked, and it's running lovely with this game. And it can stream it perfectly, but look at the pitch. This pitch is ridiculous. I think we might stall, guys. What the hell? Look at this. Okay, they want us to maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Which is good because I don't know why it's pitching so high. There's nothing I can do. If I change the pitch myself because of the FMC, it's not going to do what it wants me to do. So here we go, guys. We're going in. We're going in. And now look, the second dot has now appeared. So here we go. I already know the ILS is not going to work because it's not lining up here. And we're now waiting for the next diamond. So what we want this diamond to come down to here. And then what we would usually press is approach. And it should bring you down. Now we'll test it for a little bit. But already, look, so we know that the runway's off here. That's how we know it's off, because this diamond should be directly in the middle, and it's not. So we know the ILS already is going to cause us a problem, guys. Yeah, he definitely does have a gaming PC, that's for sure. How many miles are we out? We're not far out now, mate. We literally are coming in. Here we go. Literally, the airport is just the other side of this here. We are coming in, but look at the pitch. It's freaking ridiculous. We're going to keep an eye on the ILS now, because like I said, I'm going to show you the ILS, and I'm going to...
Sierra Victor, you are 14 miles northwest of Abu Dhabi. Contact Abu Dhabi Tower on 120.425 when inbound on the approach.
Okay, we are on the approach.
Tower on 120.425 Airbus 6 Sierra Victor. Abu Dhabi Tower Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor 13 miles northwest inbound ILS runway 13 right approach.
Well, we already know that the ILS is not going to work.
Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor Abu Dhabi Tower. Cleared ILS runway 13 right approach. Altimeter 29er to wind 269er at tree.
So there we go, we got the wind now.
Cleared ILS runway 13 right approach Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Okay guys, so we're now getting very close to our ILS. We know we're not lining up with the runway, but look at this diamond, it's now coming down. This is what we're going to keep an eye on now. Look, I'm going to ignore the chat for a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up. Khalid said the localizer should be better. Yeah, it's terrible. Look at this. This is frigged. Okay, so this diamond is about to hit the middle, and then what we're going to do now is hit approach. Once it comes in line, and we're basically there now, hit approach hold. So now the plane will guide itself down. Oh, Jesus, I don't know what the plane's doing. But we can see the runway in front of us. We haven't got any flaps or anything set here, guys. So we want to take our plane speed all the way down now. We're landing at around 145, I believe it was. And we might need a little bit of air brake here.
2,500.
Gear down, flap set to 2. Okay, we can now go to full flaps. Didn't realise we were getting in so close. That's set. We need to now set our brakes to medium. And I'm going to bring the speed down to probably 139. Now the problem is I can't see the runway. You can see now that the ILS is bringing us off here. I'm sure that this is our runway. But it should be guiding us down. Once we get to about 1,000 feet, I'll take over and see if we can actually see it, because it is hard to tell. You don't need to tune into the ILS frequency, or does the sim do that for you? It's in your flight plan. It's already done in your flight plan.
Cleared to land runway 13 right Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Okay guys, so we're coming in for landing here. So we've cleared to land. ILS is bringing us in. It's hard to tell how it's doing. We're at full flaps. Gear is down. I have a feeling that this is our runway here, guys. I actually don't know. We're trusting the ILS to show you that the ILS does not work. This is immersion. Okay. So look, it's going to be miles out here, I think. I don't know, it's looking alright, isn't it? It's not... It's probably the better ILS that I've seen. The one that went into Heathrow was terrible. Okay, we're at 1,000 feet. I think we're coming in very low. God, this ILS is terrible, isn't it? Once it's 500, I'll take over then. So look, the ILS is half working.
500.
More corrections here.
400. 300.
See now,
200.
it's falling the plane out of the sky. Jesus Christ.
100.
Okay, well, we're going to get a landing.
40. 30. 20. Retard.
Whoa. Whoa, it bounced. There you go, guys. So look, a terrible landing. Reversers are on. So yeah, don't trust ILS. Look, the frame rate's just died. So there we go, guys. ILS is crap. Okay, we can come off it. Yeah, I should have taken over at 1,000 feet, but I wanted to show you guys that the ILS is not working very well. It was going to bring me in way too short. Way too short. But anyways, we got down.
Going to 119.425 Airbus 6 Sierra Victor.
Okay, up above here now, we can throw on our taxi lights. Look, we made it. That's the main thing.
Abu Dhabi ground Airbus November 456 Sierra Victor.
How do you turn off the external HUD things? You have to go into the settings. And you'll see it says HUD. Go into your general settings and you can turn it off. I don't know how you fly for Ryanair. Yeah, I told you it was bad. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. Look, it is a bad. It wants us to go to gate 12. I wouldn't even know what gate 12 is, to be honest with you. I haven't looked at the charts. Oh, Jesus. Gate 12 could be anywhere. So we're just going to park it absolutely anywhere, guys. So, yeah. This game is terrible for ILS. Don't use ILS. That's for sure. So when I was 1,000 feet out, I should have taken over because then I would have lined up better. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to show you the ILS, and it was bringing me in way too short. Like, I was literally going to go into the ground. I had to up the speed, and then it kind of threw me a little bit at that point. But yeah, so if you are doing ILS 1,000 feet out, that's the good time for you guys to take over and take control of the plane. But look, we landed. Unfortunately, there's no replay. I've acknowledged my clearance, but it's not acknowledging now either. So there we go. That's not even working. But we did it. I think you broke the sharklet in his runway. Yeah, I probably left the wheels. It won't even let me acknowledge this transmission. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of ATC. Even the ATC doesn't want to go away now. So yeah, so look. The ILS don't use. I've just shown you how to use it, but don't use it. Basically, that's where we got to with this stream, right? Assume that's a good then. Yeah. Is there anywhere for me to park at this airport? I'll go down here. Yeah, so look, basically that's all I was doing. I just wanted to show you how bad the ILS is. But look, we landed. I should have taken over, if I was any of you guys, we would take over at about 1,000 feet. Oh, I'm going to run over a little car there now. Okay, so gate 12 clearly isn't over here. At all. We're just going to park it here, guys. The next free bay. For the bigger planes. Okay, park and brake on. And realistically we can just shut it down at this point. Oh, it's doing that thing again. None of my controls are working. Oh. That's good. So yeah, none of my controls are working. It did this earlier as well at the beginning. So there you go. We got to the end. So guys, Adam, Blue Eyes Gaming, quoting KSP. ILS never works in this bloody thing. I did 6 flights and it only worked once. Yeah, it doesn't work. We gave it a go. Just showing you guys. But that is the procedure of how to do it when it works. When it's working, you'll be fine. He's cleaning my seat. So you can turn waypoints on for taxi cheating, but it works. What I usually have is my navigraphs, and it connects to the planes. Or I might have like done the research before I did this flight that I actually know where I was going, but I didn't. With the assist settings, you can activate a taxi path. Yeah, look, I don't like that. I'll press 1 to acknowledge. Yeah, it wouldn't acknowledge. I don't know why it wouldn't acknowledge. I had the premium package and I flew an MP with some friends and had the basic package and flew 787 or whatever displays for them too. Or I wonder if the game would generate me as a generic plane. I don't know if you'll be able to fly with him if he has the 787 and you don't. I don't know. Nice stuff. Cheers, mate. Thanks, mate. Look, we got it landed anyways. I've shown you what not to do. The game is not even a week old. I'm sure bugs will be fixed. Of course, Anthony. It should be fixed very, very soon, I would say. Okay, guys. So look, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully, I'll see some of you guys, a lot of you new subscribers, over on some of my other stuff. I stream a couple of times a week whenever I can. There's no set schedule for me. It's all over the bloody place. If any of you want to come join me on Discord as well, we're getting that going. You know, there's a lot of people in there that can help each other when it comes to this. A lot of people have a lot more knowledge than me. Amazing what you can all do when you share it together. Spill my coffee while landing, Captain. Hope the airline gives me a discount. I hope you didn't burn yourself. There's plenty fine for release build. Holding in laughter. Yeah. I was reading in the paper they got slaughtered. Thanks for the stream, Mike Doody. No worries, mate. I hope it helped somewhat. And if you guys would like me to do more of this, let me know as well. If any of you guys want me to fly to your local airports, like I said, there is a thing on Discord there where you can request. Make sure you do that. And click the bell so I know when this happens next. No worries, Bobster. That's great to hear. Testing your 4th scenario. Adam has got my 4th scenarios nearly ready now for Train Sim. So that's awesome. Good stream. I'll be back next time. Curtis. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Thanks for the stream and tutorials. Yeah, look, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to hopefully be able to help you guys a little bit more. We'll see how we go. There's a lot more bigger YouTubers now that are doing it, so there's probably a lot more people that know a lot more than what they're talking about. But yeah, look, guys, thanks very much. The support has been amazing. Couldn't have asked for anything better. I couldn't believe it's taken off the way it has. It's been awesome, and it's all thanks to you guys, really. It makes it a lot more pleasant, that's for sure. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go. Yeah, we'll be up in the air again soon. A couple of days, we'll be back up in the air. Do you want me to do a 747 next? And someone can request an airport and I'll do it. All right, so we'll do the 747 next. We'll see what that's all about. We'll see if the ILS works any better with the 747. Inside, keep up the MS-22 shows. They're better than mine. No, they're not, mate. They're not at all. You know more than me. Now I need to figure out how to fly the A320neo. I'm sure you can do it. Bigger isn't always better. They don't even know what the throttle is. Yeah, true. Okay, so look, we'll do a 747 next. That'll be the next flight. Okay, hopefully they might have some stuff out for that by then. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot. Hopefully I'll see you at the next one. I'll talk to some of you probably in Discord after this. And other than that, for myself, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.